Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Tuesday. Y'all know what I'm going to say. This is a day that the Lord has made, and we're rejoicing and we're glad in it. I'm out here a little bit early. It's quite a few people out here. They had the same thing in mind. We're going to get this thing done early, but I have to get out here because I got to get back home for something a little bit later. And so I'm going to get these 10,000 steps in. Y'all know I'm Gigi, and this is Walking 1K with Gigi. You know, so many benefits to walking, and I want to encourage you to get out and get at least 1,000 steps each day. Well, I have a gym nugget today, and this is what I want you to know. It's all about the journey. It's all about the journey. Now, you all know that, you know, this is not our home. We're just pilgrims. We're just traveling through. We're on a journey. You know, many years ago, um, my big sister passed away in Los Angeles, and me and my husband went and, did what we have to do for that. And we met a beautiful older lady. And this is what she kept on saying. She said, life is a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful journey. And she was just a sweet lady. And we always thought about that, my husband and I. Although, there's some pitfalls and things along the way, it's still a beautiful journey. And that's why I want to talk about the fact that it's all about the journey. You know what Hebrews 12:1 says in the New Living Translation? Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a crowd. Good morning, good morning. All right, all right. We gonna keep giving them the glory, Brother Eli, I tell you. But Hebrews 12:1 says, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down. That's right, especially the sin. Good morning. That easily trips us up. Oh, you know about that word, Miss Bond. Yeah. And let us run. Uh huh. Yeah. Go ahead, girl. With endurance, the race God has set before us. You know, there are many people that are witnessing our journey. You know, the other day I was talking about the dash. You know, people don't remember when you were born, they don't remember when you died, the date you died, but they do witness your dash, your journey. And um, because of that, we want to make sure that we are lights, that we are witnesses to the world. You know, this morning at 8 o'clock, I have been invited to be a guest on the Slim Nation one-on-one podcast with a gentleman, Mr. James Overton. And he has interviewed me on in the past about my political run, so to speak, because I had run for school board. And so last week he invited me to be on his podcast this morning at 8 o'clock. And I said, Mr. Overton, what are we gonna, what do you want me to talk about? And he said, your spiritual journey. And I was pleasantly surprised by that, and I'm looking forward to that. And then when I was listening to Bishop Dale Bronner, Powerful Living. He has a church in Georgia, but he had a message just this past Sunday night because, sometimes we're looking for God's purpose in our lives, and he said something that was very interesting. He said, until you figure out your purpose in life, let it be, while you're waiting, let it be, first of all, to show love. Good morning. To show love, that's number one. Number two, to make a positive difference in the lives of others. And guess what number 3 was? To share your journey of faith to Jesus Christ with others. I said, oh my goodness, that confirms what I'm getting ready to do this morning on this podcast, to share my journey. Because when um, it's like your testimony, because when you do that, you encourage others, because you got these witnesses, you got these people that are watching. And it reminds me of the movie Forrest Gump. You know, um, Forrest's friend Jenny, when the kids were teasing him because he had braces on his legs and these bullies got after him. Jenny said, "Run, Forrest, run!" And see, it's all about this journey. People are watching your journey, and your journey, especially in the faith of Jesus Christ, can encourage someone else. So that's why I said this morning, it's all about the journey. It's all about the journey. I invite you, tune in. I'm going to get through on this track. I'm going to get these 10,000 steps, and I'm going to get ready. I can't wait to share about my spiritual journey this morning on the podcast. Also, of course, this is Tuesday, so please join me for Church School Live this evening at 7 p.m. The title is The Love of God, and it's coming from 1 John 3, 1 through 10. And John 3, John 3, this is very similar to John 3:16, the whole chapter about when Jesus said, "For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son." But it's First John, the letter First John, is very similar. But tonight, you're going to hear a word as I teach tonight. And I loved how the International Sunday School Lessons use this word, a rubric. 1 John 3, 1 through 10 is a rubric. And you're going to say, first of all, what is a rubric? Let me teach a little bit before tonight. A rubric is a guide. Educators, we really know about rubrics. Rubrics is a guide for letting students know the criteria for a project or assignment. For instance, when we assign students projects or assignments, the rubric tells them what needs to be included in that project in an assignment to get an A. To get a B, you got to do this, you got to include this. To get a C, to get a D, yeah, you don't want to get an E. But it's a guide. And 1 John 3, 1 through 10 is a rubric, listen to this, to determine if you pass or fail having love like God. It's a rubric. So tonight, when we go through this rubric in 1 John 3, 1 through 10, you can know for yourself if you pass or fail the test of having love like God. This is going to be a good one, y'all. So tune in tonight at 7 p.m. The love of God. I'm excited. I love the Word of God. Even when I'm teaching it and when I studied, I discovered so many new things in the Word of God. You say, I'll do a new thing. I discovered so many new things that influence our lives. And so, let me see. I want to make sure I got everything here. Don't forget to subscribe to the Gem Nugget channel, because when you subscribe to the Gem Nugget channel, you don't miss anything. Pastor Gilmore and I, we're about encouraging, we're about inspiring, and we're about instructing. So make sure you hit that button that says notify me or whatever. So every time that we come on, you can be inspired, you can be encouraged, and be instructed. Okay, we're at 19.9 as of this morning. So we want the people to subscribe. Let's put us over the top of 20,000 subscribers. Again, tune in this morning if you can to the Slim Nation 101 podcast. I'm really excited about that because I'm going to share my journey. My journey. I thought it was a boring journey, to tell you the truth, but I'm going to share my journey this morning because don't forget, it's all about the journey. Have a wonderful day.